men would have won the rally with a smash.
40-30.
But Agassi going to the right place, anticipating perfectly and keeping the rally going.
That's the sort of stuff that Leighton Hewitt and Michael Chang used to frustrate the players with, getting everything back. It's points like that that win your matches.
Deuce.
Well, we know Agassi can hit some round the corner forehands. Look at the follow through on that. Left the court open, but Agassi has realised he's got to go so fine now. Go right at the lines. Rafter so quick.
Advantage Agassi. Game Agassi. Agassi leads 2-1. Third sets, 1 set all.
Well, he is an extraordinary player, this American, really. The way he has reconstructed his career, which had dropped to as low as 146, I think it was, at one stage in about 1997, and then he made a huge leap back in the rankings after he'd sorted out his own personal life, his divorce from Brooke Shields and all that, and his renewed desire and his return to a training regime that, with the help of Gil Race, his trainer, got him really back into contention. And he made a huge leap. In fact, it was the biggest jump in the history of the rankings, from 122 at the end of 97 to the year ending of 6 in 98. Then he became world #1 in 99. And as we know, won that marvellous French Open to complete the hand of all Grand Slams won. Only 5 men now have done that. And of course now Brad Gilbert has been advising him for a while, and Steffi Graf is Andre's constant companion. There are speculations whether they're going to get married eventually, but they're always together. She is sitting there among the other members of the club. She got in the easy way by winning the tournament.
That's right.
Thank you. The players are ready.
Me too. A few foreigners are allowed in. Only way we're allowed in. It's good to see. Notice Mark Woodford has been honorary member. I suppose 6 Wimbledon doubles titles is pretty good.
Along with his fellow Woody Todd, both members, yes.
Oh, again shuffling out of the way, and when he gets the chance, he's just being incredibly accurate when he gets half a chance. Agassi. He's gone for a couple of lobs today
15
off that shot. This time deciding to do something different. Just couldn't get it away from Rafter, and watch the ball knock his racket back. There it goes, just taking the pace off.
Let's fuss it.
But this is the sort of desperation tennis that wins matches. I talked about the point before, last game.
15-30.
But Agassi finishing off with a smash. Both these players are just so desperate. The standard is just absolutely phenomenal.
30.
Slight change of pace from Rafter. Clever thinking again. Only 103 miles an hour on that serve.
False. Oh, that's
a great serve. Gutsy effort.
Perfect depth, forced the error.
2 games all, third set.
But you were saying the standard is just phenomenally high. Unless you hit the line, it seems, you're likely to lose the point. Incredible. Here's an interesting set of statistics. Winners and unforced errors. Agassi so mean with those unforced errors, and they're rally errors, incidentally. Nothing to do with returns of serve. They're separately noted. And hitting 22 winners, well, we've seen the blazing backhands and forehands as passes.
There's 10 unforced errors from Rafter. They're just the odd one that he throws in. But they're starting to come fewer and fewer now.
Oh, he's made it.
Wow.
30 love.
After clipping the top of the tape, Agassi, what? Was it going over? No. And just using the whole frame and just scooped it over the net.
Love. 40-15. Game Agassi. Agassi leads 3-2, third set, 1 set all.
And you know, there hasn't ever been a player quite like Andre Agassi. He is a remarkable phenomenon. The way he can clip the ball, he stands virtually on the baseline to make all his shots. And the rally we saw in Rafter's last service game, it was 15 all, Pat, and they were both at the limits of reaching the ball. A lovely serve here. In he comes and makes what probably would have been a winning volley against most people, but no, Agassi finds it. Down the line it goes. A desperate reach for the volley. It's surely a winner, that, but no, Agassi reaches it. Rafter somehow gets it back, and in the end, Agassi finished it. It's the ability, Pat, at the extreme of reach and all the rest of it and pace to be able to find control, racket head control that's so remarkable.
Well, there's a lot of practice. You know, what I see here is these two players who, I believe, 4 players who have seen Pete Sampras go out and say, wow, it's somebody else's chance this year. And the desperation in all 4 players is just is obvious to me. And Rafter says this may be his last Wimbledon. This is the tournament he wants to win. He's won a couple of US Opens. You know, he wants to win Wimbledon. And you can't tell me Andre Agassi doesn't want to win Wimbledon. He hasn't won one for, well, hasn't won one for 9 years, 8 years. And of course the other 2 guys, Henman and Ivanisevic, can't tell me they're keen. They're not keen.
I don't know whether Agassi is going to win Wimbledon this year, but if he does, he'll equal a record that has stood for a long time among men.
Love 15.
I think the last man to win 9 years apart was the great Bill Tilden. He won in 1920 and 21, and then again in 30.
All.
And then Yvonne Goolagong-Cawley of Australia did the same thing among women.
There's one of those
15-30.
rare unforced errors. What's interesting with Rafter's serving, he's just slowing some of the serves down, giving Agassi the opportunity to hit at it, but it's not quite there. And he forces, he makes the error.
Let's first serve.
And Rafter usually does that after Agassi has a big point. Has a good point with a big winner. It's like when he's pumped up, Rafter gives him enough rope to hang himself.
30 all. .40.
So danger time for Rafter.
Deuce.
It was incredible how quickly Rafter got into the net. Got in extra quickly then, not allowing the Agassi return to drop at all. Able to get, therefore, getting pace on the volley. If the ball had dropped, of course, Rafter would have had to hit it up. That's when Agassi can run those down, hit those amazing passing shots.
Whoa. Advantage Agassi.
Well, this is all about the pressure that Agassi exerts against all his opponents with the sheer consistency and brutality of some of those returns of serve. You do start to overpress. Rafter is human, and he served a 6th double fault.